The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Now on the move.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The ball pops out on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit.
All right, let's go return, guys. You've got to do a better job with ball security. You know these coverage unit teams, they got 50-yard runs at you. They're coming in with a big head of steam. If you're not making a mess, you've got to have 2 hands on the ball.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Taking a shot on the first play. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Irish! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down, it's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive.
Can anyone catch him? And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Breaks the tackle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Now on second down. Looking downfield, it's Arnold. Pocket starts to collapse. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Offense in an empty set. Shotgun snap on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
The field goal is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Now on second and short after the first down completion. On the run, it's Payne. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Georgia.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
Nothing but green ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
Fires one high and deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Running with power. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
And the blitz gets to him just like that.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. So now on comes the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off you, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
2nd down coming up.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Belly stutter. Easy. Under.
Scanning the field, it's Arnold. Firing to the right, complete. It's loose. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He makes the connection. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Here come the Irish, back on offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Power football with the run. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. And when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they get him down.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Trying to get the corner. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
From the gun, the ground game. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Arnold. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try the run.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try to get outside. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the tailback. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Try to get it to the edge. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. On the ground, it's Payne. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Throwing right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Got his man quickly. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Going up top on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Headed to the end zone, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little...
Fires deep toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Fires to the right. Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, first down. They'll open the second half with a run. Runs through a tackle. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They're going to ride this running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs.
And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He looks that one in nice. nicely.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2 is quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field. I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches.
Picks up 1. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later.
42 Spider.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Open space at the 25. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Notre Dame lines up quickly. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the punishment has been extended. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisiana is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision. They're up by 18 over Kennesaw State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Big part of the offensive game plan is yards after the catch, but none available there.
I like the idea on offense of trying to spit the ball outside quickly and see if your guy can make something happen in space, but give the defense credit. They rallied to the ball, got him on the ground.
That ball's incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Looking to throw, it's Arnold. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He turns that loose down the right side. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's the danger about being in a third and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Bulls his way forward. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Notre Dame 31, Oklahoma 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to get it through the air. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
This is so a Jesse Coleman. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. First down here for the offense. Looking for a man. It's Arnold. Blasted as he lets it go. On target over the middle. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
They'll throw it on first down. He finds his man, and the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it then? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And the Sooners are on the move. Looking to go up top on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You've got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, You feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Lost one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. The offense set for a 1st down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run to the right. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
It's unfortunate for this offense, guys. Had they not had the mental errors and mistakes early in the drive, they'd be sitting pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got 4th down.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Complete downfield. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And They haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Arnold. They're trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring.
Got a lot of running room. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
It's complete.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Finds a man by himself. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Iowa State is in serious trouble right now. I hope that coach is renting and not buying there in Ames, because that could be a bad investment. They're trailing by 28 to TCU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Fast motion from the offense. Looking for a man. It's Arnold. It's complete to the right. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. That catch would have given him the first down, but just a smidgen out of bounds, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They'll throw it on first down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Wants to throw. It's Arnold. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David.